All right. Hello, everyone. Ace Attorney Investigations 2. This time we are doing Turnabout, a Turnabout Forsaken. Hey, one of them. So, yeah. We're winding down. 2 cases left. We're gonna have to figure out what game I'm gonna do next. But anyway, let's get going. Turnabout Forsaken. That's K. Okay. Gotta stay hydrated. Bad about that. Let's Turnabout Forsaken. I hereby call this meeting to order. The committee is gathered here in the sight of the goddess to pass fair and frank judgment. The purpose of this hearing is to assess the professional competency of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Are you? Why are you wearing that raincoat? Red. No. I just wish she could finish her scream, but she's screaming. Oh no. I like the red hands on the cloth. They're ominous. They're the murder weapon. The clock's on Big Bloody Ben. Oh no. Why does Gummy look sad? Gummy is precious and should be protected at all costs. Please stop pacing, detective. You're kicking up dust. But I swept the floor 3 times already. Then sweep it a 4th. They're gonna take your badge, Mr. Edgeworth, and how can you just stand there, cool as a cucumber? We don't know for certain that they will. Well, it sure seems like they mean to. Judge Cavale pretty much spelled it out. Truly, you are proving to be quite a threat to the Committee for Prosecutorial Exam. Okay, you know what? I'm settling this once and for all because this word keeps coming up and I know what it means. I don't know how the hell to pronounce this word.
Prosecutorial.
Prosecutorial. No, it's just an awkward fucking word, so I'm saying it right. The Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. As such, you give me little choice but to report back on your continued transgression. No doubt you will be called to appear before the committee in due course. She said that I would be called to appear before the committee. Nothing more. Well, I don't care. I won't stand for it. What if we never get to work together again? Well, listen. That's your boyfriend. You can just go visit him. I'd have thought you would welcome the prospect, detective. After all, it would mean you could work with someone less problematic. Oh, don't be self-deprecating, sir. Don't say that, sir. I've never heard anyone except that stupid committee say you're problematic. You're not just looking for an excuse, are you? To become a defense attorney, I mean? Oh, see? You know your boyfriend. Because I won't let you. You're Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Prosecutor. You hear? Ya hear? Become a defense attorney, huh? circumstances of my father's death set me on the path to becoming a prosecutor. But I'd only been interested in the law to begin with, thanks to my father as well. And his work as a defense attorney. Are you gonna keep fighting crime as a prosecutor or help people as an attorney? Something tells me you've got a big decision ahead of you. One only you can answer. Are you listening, Edgeworth? I said I won't let you do this. Oh, what, detective? Really, detective? There's no need to be so dramatic. Who knows? The next prosecutor you work with might be a little more lenient with your salary assessment. Really? So, no more instant noodles? I mean, no! What are you saying, sir? I don't care about any of that stuff. But you thought about it, didn't you? Only for a moment. We're busy in here. Come back later. What's that? Hey there, is the prosecutor in? A prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth? Look, pal, what part of we're busy don't you get? Wait outside. I'll be with you in a minute. Oh, that's not good. Your face is as red as a tomato. Is that not Maggie? Red face, gritted teeth. Let's see. Yeah, I said we're busy. No, that's not Maggie. Wait, that's it. Stomach cramps, right? No need to worry. It's nothing an injection won't cure. Now roll up your sleeve for me. It won't hurt much. No thanks, pal. I'm healthy as can be. And who might you be? Oh, sorry. I totally forgot to introduce myself, huh? My name's Needler. Florence Needler. I like that name. I'm not gonna lie. Needler. Florence Needler. Oh, yeah. Florence Needler. So, what the hell was your name in the first translation? Karen Jensen. Karen, K-A-R-I-N. Now she's Florence Needler. That is a German ass. I'm a nurse at Hertz Hospital. Well, nobody here is hurt, so I just clicked Hertz Hospital. Oh, it is too early. Well, nobody here is hurt, so are you sure you have the right room? Yeah, you're Prosecutor Edgeworth, right? Wow, those are some deep furrows in your brow. You feeling alright? Suffering from a severe headache? I could give you an injection. I'll be fine, thank you. Could you please just tell us what you're doing here? Huh? Sure. Well, it's like this. I brought somebody to see you. Wait right there. I'll go grab her. But wait! Why didn't you bring her in the first place? Too late. I wonder who she brought along. She's here from a hospital. Maybe it's someone you cut down to size with your trademark rapier wit. And what exactly is that supposed to mean? See that right there, sir? When you glare at me like that, I lose the will to live. You don't want to send me to the hospital, do you? Surely he's exaggerating. After all, that's the look I always give him, and nothing's happened so far. I love how he can read him. Sorry to keep you fellas waiting. Well, thoughts? Thoughts on what? You don't recognize me? There's something about me, there's something familiar. This had your name on it. So I thought, just maybe... somebody in the hospital? Don't be ridiculous, detective. But look, sir, your name's right there on the card. Public Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, plain as day. Be that as it may. I'm so sorry. What she's trying to say is she has amnesia. Oh, shit. She got it. Okay. Amnesia? Yes. At least that's what they tell me. God, I can't even imagine that. I can't even pretend to know how that feels. Her parents must be so worried about her. I bet they've only been getting around 8 hours of sleep each night. You gotta feel for them. 8 hours? Listen, lady, 8 hours of sleep is a luxury. Last night I got about 6. I'll take the 6. Do I though? Because that's quite a lot of sleep if you ask me. Yeah, right? Oh, right. But don't you worry, alright? Since you had his card, that means you really must know Mr. Edgeworth somehow. So just sit back and we'll take it from here, right, sir? At the very least, we might be able to help you figure out your identity. You really don't recognize her? I understand she's got like half a patch on, but like... Man, so she got amnesia when she fell off that giant-ass cliff. It's going to come down to what you remember, but yes. Now that's the Mr. Edgeworth I know. Don't worry, miss, you're as good as healed. Let's not get carried away here, detective. I'm a prosecutor, remember, not a miracle worker. Where do we even start? So, do you remember your name, miss? Sorry. Okay, this is something that I've always wondered. I have 0 experience with anybody actually having amnesia in real life. So you forget your name and you forget everything about yourself, but you still know how to talk. I'm assuming you're still literate. Is that like a hemisphere thing? That might be worth looking into. Oh, anyway, I'm sorry. It's been like this since she came in yesterday. But she's only been in the hospital for a day. No way, that's amazing! How did you figure that out so fast? How can one person be so emotionally draining? We found her wandering around late last night and brought her in. I wanted to help out, so I went through her stuff to see what I could find. Did you find anything apart from my business card? Nothing with her name or home address. Oh, wait a second. She's wearing this. It's a pretty unique design, right? What? This pin? What the heck? That Itagarasu pin. Does that mean it can't be? Kay? Is it really you? Kay? It's you, isn't it, Kay? Kay. Come on, Kay, you really don't remember? Look, it's me, Gummy. That's what you always call me. Gummy. But you're an adult. That's so rude. I don't really call you that, do I? I'm so sorry. I can't believe Oh, so she all of a sudden polite now, too. Okay. Okay, we should have knocked her up the head before. I feel so guilty now. What the heck happened to you? I've never seen you so polite. Being polite and sensitive is just not... Where's the Kay I know? You're nothing like her. Careful, detective. We wouldn't want her to get the wrong impression. Make it sound as if Kay isn't normally polite or sensitive. Not wrong exactly. So what kind of person was I before? Well, first of all, your full name is Kay Faraday. You're bright and fun and full of energy, and oh yeah, you're a great thief. A great thief? There's a little more to it than that, but yes. Thieves generally steal other people's valuables from their dressers and vaults and... Steal? That must be so awful for the people I took things from. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I was a criminal. Maybe I lost my memory as some sort of punishment. No, that's not what I meant at all. Ugh, I don't think that did her much good, sir. But it sure explains one thing. Look at these gloves. They're just the kind of person like that would wear. Hey, that outfit. That's what she was wearing when they found her. But we had to get her to change out of it and put on hospital clothes, so that's why I have them. There's something on this part here. It has something to do with how Kay lost her. I'll send the outfit over to forensics later and see what they can find out. Please do, Detective. Boy, they really are some beefy clothes, huh? Beefy? I'm a criminal. You may be a great thief, but you've never committed a crime in your life. Rest assured, you are no criminal. Say so. Perhaps we better leave it there for now. Oh, ooh, I can examine the bullets in the back. Alright. Like a pen. Oh, cool. Sorry, I wish I could remember who you are. How do we know each other exactly? Well, that is... Oh, into words. Your prosecutor, Edgeworth's assistant. I am? Oh. So a prosecutor is the head of some sort of great thief network then? No, not... What? I saw Kay 2 days ago. I should try to figure out what she's been doing since then. Was the pin the only item on her person when you received her, Nurse Needler? There were a few other things, but I doubt any of it will be much of use to you. I'll be the judge of that. Could you please show them to us? Well, alright then. In no particular order, I present... a Jammin' Ninja mask. Was she at a show or something? Letter, and it's addressed to Kay. Next, a ticket stub. Oh, it's not important. Here's a bloody ticket stub where she fucking was the last couple. Finally, a fake flower. The kind people like to spruce up their bathrooms with, too. It's a corsage, Detective. They're usually worn by women. And that's that. Anything useful there? Where's Little Thief? Kinda hard to tell. Frankly, I'm not seeing a connection between any of them. I should take a closer look at each piece later when I have the chance. Jammin' Ninja mask, jotted down. Letter. This is for the big building. Aptly named. Viewing platform entry ticket. Okay, so that was last night. Didn't it say April 5th? Or am I making that up? I might be. $6. Letter. Don't worry, I'll make sure you get your precious thing back, Rosie. Oh, Rosie. Ugh, this is bad. How do we get Kay's memory back? You can't just let her stay like this forever. Calm down, detective. I have a feeling. You do? I knew you'd come to the rescue, sir. So, what is it? Look closely at the ticket stub. It's for the viewing platform at the top of the big building. The big building. You know the place? Everybody knows it, silly. It's the hottest date spot in town. They say that if a couple holds hands while they're up there, they'll stay together forever. Tee-hee. Tee. This is yesterday's date. And the ticket is only valid on the date specified. Plus, it's a stub. That means she used it, right? I think it's a distinct possibility. Well, shall we go see what we can find? Now? Just like that? The only way to figure out how Kay lost her memory is to retrace her steps. What about your thing with the committee? Fuck the committee. Fuck the committee. Frankly. It's not for a little while yet. We have time. Great, so can I leave Kay with you? That would be for the best, but you don't mind, do you, Kay? Oh, of course not. Thank you. Alrighty then, back to work. Need anything, feel free to give me a holler at Hurts Hospital, okay? I can come running with a syringe or 3, wherever you happen to be. Yes, thank you. After service. Now then, detective, shall we get going? You too, Kay? Yes, sir. Yes. So she's gonna stay in hospital clothes? Yes, I guess she is. Alright, we're just gonna drape this patient around the entire city. She's still in her hospital scrubs. Her hospital pajama, scrubs. And like, just, oh, well, yeah, he sent the clothes down, didn't he? There's no other clothes. I don't know where she lives. We really don't know much about her, do we? According to this pamphlet, the big building's 50 stories high. It's all offices inside, so the viewing platform up top is the only part that's open to the public. Here, this one's for you, sir. They were handing them out for free in the ticket area. How very kind of you, detective. Alright, I think it's time we headed inside. Look out! The big building! It's about to fall! What? We gotta do something. Oh, please, I'm begging you, stop! Oh, good, without fresh milk, my thoughts just aren't getting through to him. What's happening here? What's going on with the building? Just do come and talk to me, kid. Cut. I'm so sorry. We're shooting a movie, so could you, Ah, yes, I thought as much. Forgive our intrusion. We'll get out of your way. Detective? Oh, sorry. Really had me there for a second. Yeah, whatevs. Hey, director guy, can we take 5? I can't work under these conditions. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Oh, gosh. So they stopped the building from falling down? That's good. Come along, you two. Let's make ourselves scarce. This is cool. Oh, get a load of that view. Feel the sun on your face. Eek, the wind, it's very strong up here. That's okay, you just gotta stand behind me or Mr. Edward here. We're both more than big enough to keep the breeze away. Speak for yourself. Okay. Does this place bring back any memories? I'm not sure. Have I really been here before? Perhaps simply encouraging her to talk will help. Hey, please. Any thoughts or feelings that come to mind might be a clue we can... Alright, I don't know if this will be of any help at all, but... I still can't be sure if I've even been here before. It's so high up, and the wind is so strong. It's terrifying. I don't remember... I just... don't remember anything. It's no good. I'm so sorry. No dice, huh? Sorry, I feel so useless. I know I'm supposed to have all these memories, but I just can't remember. I have amnesia, Kay. Don't be so hard on yourself. Listen, sir, maybe just this once. Try not to be so intimidating, okay? At the very least, don't use your trademark glare on her. Nobody asked for your opinion, detective. Seriously, have to press her? Feels like that should...
Hold it!
I feel like... If nothing is coming to mind, then let's just take a look around. Do you recognize anything? Anything at all? Let's see. Cherry blossoms. Go on. I was standing under the cherry tree. Yes, I was trying to stay out of the rain. It was raining. I remember now. And there was a red something underneath the cherry tree. She saw something red from where she stood. But what? Was it something I said? No, but if you could add that to your testimony, we could explore it further. Or just explore it further. Sir, this is not a courtroom. Like, we do not have... Like, oh my god, these people have no grip on me. But from under the cherry tree, I think I saw something.
Hold it!
This something red. Can you tell me any more about it? I'm not sure. It was just a red thing. That's all I can say. But what can we see nearby that's red? Was it the concession stand over there, perhaps? A stand? A red concession stand. Yes, I think that was it. Somebody was walking toward me from beyond it. Then what happened? Sorry. That's alright. You could just add what you told us to your testimony. Oh my god. Just press the bit. Just talk. Just be like... But there was someone walking toward me beyond the...
Hold it!
The standing question is the one behind you, correct? That's right. I remember the red color and the person walking toward me from beyond it. I saw it all from under the cherry tree. Tell me something. There's a person you keep mentioning. Did you not see their face, or did you simply not know who they were? Sorry, I'm just not sure. So all we have to go on is a person walking toward her from beyond the concession. The fact that she saw this from beneath the cherry tree.
Attention!
Say that you saw someone over there beyond the stand and that they were walking toward you? Yes, I can see them getting closer. Are you sure it wasn't a ghost? No, it was a person, I'm sure of it. But from where you were standing, anyone you saw on the other side of the concession stand would have to have been floating in mid-air, hundreds of feet above the ground. So how on earth could it have been a person? Eek! I'm not lying, I promise. Somebody read the stand. Somebody read. They were on the other side. They were walking toward me, getting closer and closer, and then they oh god. Okay, what's the matter? You're alright, we're here. Whatever it is, it can't hurt you. I was pushed and I fell by a person in a red raincoat. A person in a red raincoat who could walk on air? Who supposedly pushed her off the building? None of this makes any sense. Not the least of which, nobody could fall from this height and survive. Attention, everyone. Please stay right where you are. What's going on, officer? I'm Detective Gumshoe. Mind filling me in? Yes, sir. A body has been discovered here in this building, sir. A body? Whose body, exactly? Not sure. We're still working on it. But what we do know is that the victim is a young woman. And that her name is Kay. What the blazing? No, this is Kay. That must be her twin sister. H-I-J-K-L. That's a name. L. E-L-L-E. Alright, so that was only a half an hour, so I'm actually gonna keep going. I think this one has some shorter parts in it like the last one did too, so. It's fine. It'll work out in the end. Oh, I know that bench. I do remember this. Wait, this room. Officer, isn't this? Yes, sir. This is the trial chamber of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. So it's here now? I knew they'd moved it out of the prosecutor's building. But I had no idea that they'd come here. So where the hell were you gonna go here later today, sir? Oh my god, this case is gonna give me amnesia. You were supposed to meet with the committee later today, and you didn't know where. Making my head hurt. I'm moving on. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, and Kay, too. How are you all doing? Is Kay feeling any better? We'd heard there was some kind of incident. I'm sorry, but who might this be? This is my grandma. Hold on one second. Her name's Hilda. Hilda Hertz, Sonny. Hilda Hertz. What was her name originally? Bonnie Young. Yeah, this is so much better. And who the heck might you be? Also, that woman's old as sin, right? It's a pleasure to meet you. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, at your service. Nurse Needler, your grandmother's name, Hertz. Is she... Yeah, she's the director of Hertz Hospital. This old folk woman is the head of a hospital? He was gonna say fogey, wasn't he? Don't you old fogey me, you danged reprobate. Ooh, that's a new word for me. Reprobate. An unprincipled person. How did she do that? Oh, it sounds like you're kind of a big deal, man. Oh, that's not wrong. Not wrong at all. Oh, him? He's the one looking after the girl, the one with amnesia. Dr. Hertz is a bit of an introvert. Want me to fix those brow furrows of yours, Sonny? I have two. Oh, there's no fixing those, ma'am. They're downright incurable. Sure you want me to say that, Grandma? Alright then. Now, I don't got a dang thing to say to none of you. You going about your business here. As long as that business don't involve messing with the deceased body, I got work to do. Wait, please, not a dang thing, I tell ya. I feel like that should be damned. But I get it. Yeah, you can't talk to us like that. What gives you the right, huh, pal? Oh, didn't I mention? Grandma's also a coroner. He's in charge of this case, which means ouch. Why did we hit each other? Also, your grandma is like old as a hill. Like, which means exactly that. What do you mean? Exactly what? How am I supposed to know? She said it, not me. What the fuck? Yeah, you're 22. So she's in her 60s at the least. How am I supposed to know? She said it, not me. Like I'm trapped in a comedy routine I can't escape. Well, we've got a body to be looking at. Catch you later, gang, and take care. What the heck is their deal? What does it matter? As long as we have permission to investigate. What does it matter? It matters a bunch, sir. What will you do now, Mr. Edgeworth? Examine the scene of the crime, of course. What kind of prosecutor would I be if I didn't? Alright, let's get to work. That person over there is called K, right? Surely that means I can't be the K you know. That's what we're looking to figure out, but don't worry. You're the K we know. I'm certain of it. Thanks. K who lost her memory and a victim who shares her. Both meeting their respective fates here at the big building. So, don't be named K and go to that building, got it? No doubt this case will be the key to restoring our K's memories. I'd stake my life on it. Can't examine the body yet. Talk to this guy. Officer, tell me about the security arrangements for this room. Yes, sir. You need a special key card to enter, sir. Interesting, so not just anybody can enter. In which case, the person who discovered the body, who would have been... Yes, sir. A member of the committee. They found it when they arrived for today's hearing. My hearing would be underway right now if it wasn't for this. Oh. There's a library back there, too. God, what the heck? What are you doing? Yes, you can. But, a lot of blood. The statue of the goddess of justice. You sure know your stuff, sir. Will she dole out blessings or what? She's not that kind of goddess, detective. She's a symbol of the sanctity of law. I told that to that other lady. Scales represent justice. The sword, retribution. The blindfold shows her impartiality. I got it. Just talk about the giant puddle of blood, please. There's a pool of blood here at the foot of the statue. Judging by the amount and how much it has spread, I'd say this is where the victim was killed. The body's on that table behind us, sir. How come? I can only surmise that the killer must have moved it for the same reason. Oh, for some reason after committing the murder. Murder. Or we could just, like, you know, not kill people. That would be great. It's just rude. It's frankly rude. Sorry to intrude. Oh, shit. Here we go. Who are... What's that, Grandma? I know that voice anywhere. That's Von Karma's little girl. She is 60. She don't look too good for 60. Oh, so you two know each other. It has been too long, Grandma Kurtz. And you as well, Miles Edgeworth. What's she doing here? Franziska Von Karma. She's the daughter of Manfred Von Karma and a prosecutor like myself. These days, she's mainly been working with Interpol, and I thought she was a bit broad. Don't look so surprised. Where my investigations lead, I follow, no matter where in the world that might be. I can't do that, so. Which means that there must be some kind of international angle to this case, yes? Now, full well that I've been pursuing a certain smuggling ring. And that I won't rest until it's been destroyed and its ill-gotten goods recovered. So the smuggling ring is involved. That information is to be shared on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. I see she needs to be as helpful as ever. Miss Von Karma, was it? Grandma wants to tell you something. I'm about done here. Scene's all yours. In that case, we'd like to examine the body ourselves too, if you wouldn't mind. I mind plenty! I remember where I heard about you now, you dang varmint. Don't need no soon-to-be ex-prosecutor messing the place up. Go on, get! Just remember, it's not me saying this stuff, okay? Please, Granny. It's important. You calling a granny, little missy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. This is going nowhere. Didn't want to have to do this, but Franziska, I need you to add us to this investigation. We have to see that body up close, or we'll never learn the truth about what happened to Kay. As in, Kay Faraday? Please, you gotta help us out here. Kay needs us. I don't know what you're up to, but very well. Thank you. You won't regret it. But of course, I expect to receive a full explanation when I grill you later. We owe you, sir, big time. I'm talking to you, Scruffy. Yeah. Well, Grandma Hertz, you allow them to examine the body. I ain't about to say no to an international big shot like yourself, hon. But are you sure about this? Yeah, I agree with Grandma. Are you sure you're sure? Of course I'm sure. It's my prerogative to judge the whole world in my name. That's just common sense. Of the extremely arrogant sort, perhaps. Do it yourself, but don't say I didn't warn you. No, you heard her. Try not to get fired, okay? Don't worry. It'll take a lot more than this to ruin my reputation should things turn sour. Unlike me, who's on the verge of losing my badge. Alright, let's check out the body first. First and foremost. Well, one thing's for certain. This isn't Kay. She doesn't even look like her. I think we knew that already, Detective. Our Kay's been standing right over there, after all. The victim looks to be in her 30s. She's wearing a white suit. Could be she worked in one of the offices here in the building. Perhaps, but for now, she remains unidentified. The question is, why did the police seem to think her name was Kay? I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Well, first things first. I see you over here. That? This book. What the? That's Kay's promise notebook. Where she wrote down all the promises she made to her dad. Haven't seen this in a while. Indeed. Promise 1. Never take the promise 2. Never go anywhere with this stuff. A book of vows made by a child to her father. But what exactly is it doing here? Oh, I just remembered something Detective Bad told me a few years back. He said something precious to Kay had disappeared from the station. What? Evidence went missing from police custody? Detective Bad said he looked for it everywhere, but no dice. What could this mean? Why did it turn up here of all places? You there. What do we know about this notebook, officer? The victim was holding it when they found her, sir. She was the only thing with any kind of name on it at the time. That's how she became Kay. Talk about a red herring. Still doesn't explain how she ended up with it, though. A few of my leads on the victim's true identity. Look at the gross part. Just 3 holes. It doesn't look as if there's anything in the chest pocket. Nothing except this hole right here. By the look of how the fabric was torn, I think it was pierced by something sharp. Can't keep your coins in there now. They'd fall right out. Have you ever heard of the change purse, Detective? Perhaps, sir. It's another word for a pocket, right? I give up. Oigevalt. Oh, that's the same as... There's something pinned to the jacket here. A piece of magenta fabric. Whatever it was, it looks like it was torn off pretty roughly. Pure white jacket with a deep red stain on it. This jacket, buttons are on the wearer's right hand. What's so weird about that? Buttons always go on the right, no? Not on women's clothing. Traditionally, the buttons would be on the left. Like I always say, sir, you sure know your stuff. This is common knowledge, Detective. Nothing else seems amiss. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't. I did not know that. I don't tend to wear women's clothing. Wait, what's this in the pocket? A pair of gloves. Also white. They don't seem to be soiled in any way. I imagine they must have belonged to the victim. Something. Seems she suffered a serious burn to her hand at some point. You think it has something to do with how she died? No, this scar's too old for that. I would imagine it happened some time ago. She's holding something. Detective, could you open her hand for me? Yes, sir, right away. What is that? Wait, I know. It's a loyalty card, probably from a store. Yeah! It's a key card. Why, sir, why? The question we should be asking is, what does it open? A bloody door. Pushing through her face. The victim's hair is caked with blood. Looks like she was hit with something, huh? Fortunately, it's too early to say for certain. Perhaps an answer will turn up if we investigate further. Nothing of interest here. It's right there. You think this could be the murder weapon? 3-armed candelabra. The victim suffered the same number of puncture wounds on each chest. Puncture wounds that could well have been made by these spikes. A candle album? Not quite, detective. Candelabrum. A candle holder, in other words. I thought it was candelabra. Yeah, I'm real educated, y'all. I gotcha. That reminds me. I forgot to pay my electricity bill once a while back, and I had to live by candlelight for a whole month. Who does that in this day and age? I just call them and be like, hey, I got the money. That's about all I can get. I imagine I need to deduce a lot. I would imagine that the victim's key card probably grants access to this room, wouldn't you? Let me go find out, sir. I'm back. We found some details on that key card in the security system. It's for this room, just like you said. So the victim was able to enter and exit this chamber freely. Assuming that the key card actually belonged to her, yes. Indeed. Mine now, bitches. I don't want to do it because that means...
Eureka!
God, that means Kay was here with her when she probably... Judging by its appearance, I'd say that the flower Kay was carrying originally belonged to the victim. Yeah, now that you mention it, it does look like it's made out of the same fabric. Indeed, let's make a closer comparison. Torn edges match up exactly. You got one heck of an eye, sir. If the flower belonged to the victim, this implies a connection between the victim and Kay Faraday. Furthermore, it appears that the flower was torn off with considerable force. Kay Faraday was involved in the incident somehow. Based on what we're seeing here, we may have no choice but to treat her as our main suspect. What? There's no way she could have done this. I can't even begin to imagine it. There isn't a murderous bone in her body. Nevertheless, we lack the evidence to disprove such an assertion. For the moment, we're simply considering all the possibilities. Isn't that right, Miles Edgeworth? For better or for worse, yes. Seems we're no closer to discovering the identity of our victim, the Vic. Then, am I really Kay? Can you really be sure? Of course we're sure. What are you talking about? Then thank you. That person lying there is someone you may have murdered. That's all we can say for now. No, there's no way she did it. Isn't that right, sir? I don't believe it. I don't believe the K we know could have done something like this. You're becoming a real softy, Miles Edgeworth. Well, look who it is again. Ugh, I know that voice. God. Well, at least his keeper isn't here with him. With a winning smile and the #1 name in the business, it is I, Prosecutor Eustace Winner. P-E-W. Pew. Pew, pew. Oh, there she is. Damn, I was hoping it was just him today. Please forgive the intrusion. Step away from that body, Edgeworth. I didn't call for you, and I don't need you. This case is mine. What the victim would have wanted. You knew the victim? So it really is her. But be not afraid, everyone, for the goddess of justice will guide us to the truth. She sure will. Now that I'm here, everything is gonna be alright. Little motherfucker. Whoever did this will live to regret it. I'll show them what. Yes, Franziska. Hit him again. Miles Edgeworth, who is this imbecile? Why am I getting the death glare? I've got nothing to do with him. Franziska von Karma, I presume. My apologies. I should have introduced myself sooner. Verity Gabelle, at your service. And the deceased in this case is Rosie Ringer, attorney at law, member of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Yep. Rosie Ringer. What was her name? Jill Crane. I do remember that, actually. All right. Rosie Ringer. I see. That would explain the key card. So you're the lead prosecutor? Again? Yep, which means this case will be solved and hit him again! You didn't tell me your name yet, little boy. You're the same age. If you want to know my name, all you have to do is... Oh, yes, Franziska! Oh, he's 2 years younger than her. You want to know my name, all you have to do is... Ow! Stop babbling and tell me. Now. It's Eustace. Eustace Winner. I think we've established where the balance of power lies in this particular room. Thank God. Mr. Guy in charge? Here, this is from Grandma. What's this? Oh, the preliminary findings. Looks like it's game over for you, Edgeworth. A game, Mr. Winner. Alright, that's me done. See you next stiff. God. Yeah, home time. I could murder a bowl of noodles right about now. Girl, same, actually. That might be what I had for lunch. We're out of here, everybody. Stay healthy. Oh, I love that exit for a nurse. Stay healthy. God. Let's see. So the wound on her head is from when she fell over after she died. Eustace. Oh, Eustace. It was the candle holder that killed her, huh? And she died sometime late last night. Well, what now, Gavelle? It's very kind of you to share the coroner's findings with everybody, Eustace. Now shut the fuck up. But perhaps you should leave it there. Wouldn't want you to strain your voice after all. Oh, that would be a tragedy. I don't like them. I really don't like them. Oh, I cannot wait till we can bring them down. Anyway, that settles it. We need to arrest Kay Faraday. What? What the heck are you talking about? I think Eustace's meaning is very clear. Miss Faraday is the murderer, and though she's dressed differently than this young lady covered in bandages is Miss Faraday herself, correct? You really mean to arrest her here and now? If you do, then I'll be forced to object loudly and forcefully. People have no grip on reality. And, as if further confirmation were needed, there it is. The committee was right to call your conduct into question. It's questionable in the extreme. To the extreme. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, just go. Fine? This is anything but fine, okay? I still don't remember anything. So maybe I did do it. Maybe I killed that poor woman, and I just don't remember. The goddess smiles on those who confess their sin. It is her wish that our confessions cleanse us. She applauds your commitment to the cause of justice, as do I. Judge Gavale, Eustace. If you really intend to arrest Kay, could you at least explain your grounds for doing so? I, for one, certainly don't intend to yield, not until I've seen some evidence to support your accusations. Then allow me. Prepare to be hit with a face full of deductive genius, Edgeworth. I don't want to hit me in the face with anything about you. Why I think Kay did it. They call it the human race because somebody has to win it, and that somebody is me. Oh, I hate that so much right now because, oh my god, that's exactly it. Anyway, I won this race too. I saw it before anybody else did. Kay Faraday is the murderer, no doubt about it. She snuck into the committee chamber looking to do some of her trademark great thieving. Which means that nobody but her could have killed Rosa Ringer. No doubt about it. Deductive genius? That was a total mess. And if Detective Gumshoe is saying that, you know it must be bad. Oh, Gummy's got his own... Gummy's smart in his own ways. He does some really good things. Just not eloquently. I asked you to explain your grounds for arresting Kay, yet you explained exactly nothing. True. We haven't seen any proof of her innocence, either. It's alright, Kay. Mr. Edgeworth will pull off a miracle somehow. You just gotta believe in him. My deductions aren't acts of divine intervention, you know. Well, Miles Edgeworth, I'd hate for you to disappoint me, but in the event that you do, I will be sure to freely let you know. This bitch.
Objection!
Objection! Are you familiar with this room, Mr. Winter? It certainly sounds like you are. What can I say? Winners know where winners go. And I'm number 1, and 2, and 3. Oh, he's the 1, the 2, and the 3. Sir. In other words, the majority of your work is second, if not third rate. Why do you always have to make fun of me? You're an idiot. I don't even want to say that you're a doofus because that's a positive word. Anyway. You can take it as a slight if you wish, but the fact remains that you seem unfamiliar with this key card. Who do you take me for? Of course I'm familiar with it. You need one of those to get in here. Don't you? Have you no shame? Hit him again. Yes. Yes. Ugh, I'm getting off on her hitting him. Mr. Winner, do you really even suspect Kay? Of course I do. She did it. Faraday's the killer. Then perhaps you can tell us how Kay got into such a secure room as this without a key card. Well, she, you know, there was and she, yeah. Masterful summary. Now, as we know, only members of the committee have key cards. Therefore, only they can enter. Precisely. Why is she agreeing with me? Yeah, get off my side immediately. Please, take a look at this. I had security pull the data earlier. Ooh, good girl. As you can see, the door to this room was opened at 12:52 a.m. with Miss Ringer's key card. God, it was like 1 in the morning. Different number. So only 2 people have been in here? Oh, yeah, because Gumshoe just tried it out, but this probably was already pulled by the time he did that, and then the veil just came. Yeah, okay. So they're the only 2 that have been in here. Must have been whoever the other key card was. We cannot know for certain, of course. But who's to say the culprit didn't enter the room with Miss Ringer? Cameras. Security cameras. You have bracelets that allow inmates to go into certain rooms at certain times. And you have key cards. And I think retina scans in this universe too. But none of y'all have any kind of security cameras. If the room is secure, if the room needs to be secured so tightly that only people with certain key cards can get in there, you need to put the security cameras. This is why people keep killing everybody. Then kill her in some sort of... What's that? The ranting. Who's to say the culprit didn't enter the room with Miss Ringer and then kill her over some sort of subsequent disagreement? It's certainly a plausible theory, but that's all it is. For one, I would require the victim and her murderer to have known one of each another. Yeah, and Kay didn't know the woman, I'm sure. How can you possibly be sure of such a thing? That's pure speculation on your part, detective. There is no place for guesswork in the courtroom or at a crime scene. Hard evidence is what is required. In that case, are you suggesting that you have said hard evidence to support your theory? Or that you have said hard evidence? Evidence that Kay Faraday and Rosie Ringer knew one another? But of course. Of course you fucking do. But what? I have here a letter. Dr. Hertz found it in the victim's chest pocket. The victim's kept this to yourself until now? You planned for this, didn't you? That's why. The candle holder that killed her, huh? She died sometime late last night. What now, Gavelle? Very kind of you to share the coroner's findings with everybody, Eustace. But perhaps you should leave it there. We wouldn't want you to strain your voice. As I'm gonna do by the time this game is over. Ha ha ha. I just imagine her having like the very most stoic laugh. The ha ha ha. Shall I read it for you? Rosie, thanks so much for agreeing to help with my plan. Now we can both get what we want. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago. Hey. This would seem to indicate pretty strongly that the 2 of them were accomplices, wouldn't you say? Accomplices in a plot to steal from the very room which we are standing. No! Wait, so your principal suspect is... Kay Faraday. For the second crime as well as Miss Ringer's murder. Damn it. I'm the principal suspect? The same font, though. Don't listen to her. It's all lies. All of it. You're not like that. You'd never do any of the stuff they're accusing you of. And how do you explain the letter, Detective? Unlike Mr. Winter, I suspected that Judge McVale herself had some proof to support her accusation. But I didn't expect it to be quite so definitive. Nicely done, Jim. Thank you, Eustace.
Hold it!
We're not done here yet. I still have questions, and you better have answers. Would you mind if I handle this, Eustace? Be my guest. Have fun arguing Edgeworth into the ground. I can't let them steamroller me on this. Have to find a way to take back the advantage. Yeah, I'm over her. As the letter more than adequately proves, Miss Faraday and Miss Ringer were acquainted. It seems Miss Faraday had asked for Miss Ringer's help in a plot of some kind. But, for whatever reason, their alliance must have broken down. Miss Ringer lost her life in the resulting disagreement, but she had one last card to play. The letter she kept safe in her chest pocket, which spells out the name of her killer. She's good. Better than ever, even. Think you can take her down, Edgeworth? Yes, of course. Actually, I can. I already can. But we'll see. Get there. Don't do this out of pride, Miles Edgeworth. If you're going to fail, do it on somebody else's time. Hey, whose side are you on, sir? There's only one side to be on, Scruffy. The side of the truth. Uh-oh. Looks like the kid's got something to say. Well, if there's only one side to be on, then it has to be the winning. Ah! Quiet, you. My thoughts exactly. Again and again and again. Yeah. It's exactly what I thought, too.
Objection!
So the victim kept the most vital clue of all closest to her heart. How very touching. The voices of the dead fight to be heard, and even then they don't always reach us. But her voice rang loud and true, and it told us that Miss Faraday is her killer. Huh. I think you may have misheard her, Your Honor, or perhaps an evil spirit was trying to mislead you. Hey, you take that back! Perhaps we should try listening to the words of the coroner's report instead. By all means. If I recall correctly, the victim was stabbed on her left side. No! Yes, I'm afraid so. You claim that the letter was found in the victim's left chest pocket. Lick them. Right where she was stabbed by the candle holder. Indeed. 3 puncture wounds to the chest, and yet not one to the letter. Miraculous, no? Well, Judge Gavale, how do you explain that? Because I can think of one explanation. That the letter was deliberately placed there after the fact in order to cast suspicion on Kay. Someone went to a lot of trouble to create the crime scene we see before us. That someone is the real culprit, who almost certainly also forged this letter. No! It's clear that the culprit intended to frame Kay. By means of that letter. And you fell for it, hook, line, and sinker.
Objection!
No, Faraday did it. The letter was in her other pocket, yeah. Huh? Seriously? The whole left chest pocket thing was a mistake. Whoever reported it must have meant their left. She hit him and it caused him to hit himself. Stop your foolish floundering, you foolishly foolish fool! Or are you just that incurably foolish? Why do you keep whipping me? Stop making fun of my deduction. Yeah! There, I saved you the trouble of disciplining him. Yes. I had no intention of doing so. The letter is stained with blood, which suggests it had been placed somewhere on her left side. Therefore, I doubt there was some sort of mistaken report. Not unless that report was given by you. Gavale, say something! No objection. Good. Then allow me to continue. So, we have established the existence of a second suspect. No, we haven't. The murderer had to get in here, remember? Who else could have gotten in apart from Faraday and Ringer? Whoever it was would have needed a key card. Judge Gavale proposed that the killer entered the room together with the victim. But what if there is something questionable about the very basis of her theory itself? This piece of evidence points to another suspect other than Kay. Yeah.
Take that!
Look again at the key card record provided by Judge Gavale a short while ago. As already noted, the victim's key card was used at 12:52 a.m. But you will note that someone else's key card is also listed. A mysterious person could have entered beforehand and lay in wait for the victim. This other person entered at 10:15. Certainly not outside the realm of possibility. So they waited for like 3 hours? Couldn't have been. Except I'm afraid it is. Where's your evidence, huh, Your Honor? My evidence? I am the evidence, detective. It was my key card. Fuck. There's nothing suspicious about a committee member entering the chamber as I please. Entering the chamber as I please, is there? Yeah, unless you're the killer, bitch. Oh, that would be such... Oh my god, that would be so good if it was her. I don't remember, actually. I truly do not remember this one in the slightest. Perhaps not, but that's also not the exonerating evidence as you seem to think it is. Unless you can prove that you yourself didn't murder your colleague. What utter nonsense. What would I have had to gain from killing her? I'm sure you know how I'm going to answer that, Your Honor. I believe further investigation will shed light on any motives you might have had. I am a faithful servant of the goddess. Why would I ever resort to an act of crime? I don't know, bitch, but you are so into this evidence. Read the paper you just handed us. I used my key card, that much is true, but my reason for entering this room is far from questionable. Then perhaps you'd care to tell us why. I had business here in the committee chamber. There were certain preparations to make. Preparations? Sounds pretty suspicious to me. I am not at liberty to share what I was preparing for. But I am sure Prosecutor Edgeworth can make an educated guess. My hearing must have been busy gathering the documents they were going to use against me. To relieving me of my badge. Alright, children, that's enough. Good to keep our skills and tongues sharp, especially when we're young, but that'll do for now. Who in the... He's in this one. Ah, really takes me back to the days of my youth. Back when I would wrangle with a certain detective. He disappeared, you know. I hope he's out there somewhere living his best life. You'll have to forgive me. It's just, I get so emotional. The tears, I can't stop them. Chairman Winner. Winner? Winner? Ah, Verity, my girl. You ever stop working? Your deduction puts us all to shame. And this is young Franziska I see before me? Dear child, when did you get so big? Uncle Winter! It's been far too long. And so formal, I thought we were like family. Used to sit on my knee and shout, Uncle Winner, Uncle Winner, at the top of your little lungs. Ah, eyes so very fast. One can't help but shed a tear. Wringing out his beard. This is so funny. Dad, what are you doing here? What am I doing? A committee member has been murdered. And you're in charge of the case, my boy. What is this? Wait, what is this? Bring your pops to work day? Silence. Do you have any idea who he is? This man is practically the right hand of the goddess herself. The former chief prosecutor and the current chairman of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Now, Faraday. There's no need to bring all that up. I'm just a harmless old man, really. Allow me to apologize for the detective's rudeness. I am Miles Edgeworth, correct? And your little subordinate, Dick Gumshoe. I am Excelsius Winner. His name is Excelsius. That's kind of sexy, actually. That name is fucking sick. Excelsius Winner. I don't remember what the hell his name was. Blaze the Best was what his... Interesting. His initials are L. Father to this idiot boy, among other things. My wife and I were so happy when he was born. And now she's gone too. Heaven only knows to where. But Dad, you're... Here. Use my handkerchief. Thank you, son. You're a good boy. In your own silly way. Like father, like son, I suppose. Though it's hard to say who's the bigger fool. That's right. He's 68 and he has a 16-year-old? So he was 52 when he was born? 17-year-old. 51? Am I doing that math right? Yeah, 41. No, 51. No. What in the Steven Tyler? Well, Verity, how goes the investigation? Thank you for asking, sir. We've identified a prime suspect, 1K Faraday. We're currently...
Objection!
You don't have nearly enough to make her your prime suspect and you know it. Or have you forgotten what we just discovered about the letter?
Objection!
I told you that was just a mix-up. They got the wrong puck. Don't test my patience. Alright. That's enough. Let's all just calm down, shall we? I'm sorry you had to see that, sir. My humblest apology. I think you've all made your cases very clearly. Except for you. What? But Dad! We are prosecutors. And it is our duty to identify suspects and bring them to justice! But I wouldn't dare call someone a suspect without evidence or a motive. Please, Mr. Edgeworth. I know all about your relationship to the accused. Biggest thieves seems pretty apt based on what I've heard. Motherfucker. Kay's no criminal. She's helped us catch bad guys loads of times. Much about this case is still unclear, sir. Please, you have to let us... It's heartwarming, really. The bonds of friendship are so strong among the young. For why? For what? Oh, well, when you put it this way, the fact that his name was Blaze in the original was kind of amazing. Then, because if he keeps burning shit. But circumstances being what they are, I'm afraid those bonds won't be enough. What the heck is that supposed to mean? This dude's a pyro. The prosecutor's office needs this case cleared up as quickly as possible. Time is oh so precious, and we have so little of it. There are so many other cases. I'm sorry, but you understand, of course, don't you? Alright, Miss K. Faraday, time to come along quietly. Yes, sir. You're not taking her, she's innocent, I tell ya. To defy the chairman of the committee is to defy the law itself. Is an act so brazen, a hearing won't be necessary at all. Are you prepared for Mr. Edgeworth to lose his badge over this detective? But you... So either Kay goes down or Mr. Edgeworth loses his badge? What the heck am I supposed to do? You'd use his badge to shield yourselves? Oh, how the committee too has fallen. Kay, you're innocent. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Thank you. We've only known each other for a short while, but you've been very kind. And I'm sorry. Sorry for being a criminal. Your contribution has been noted, Miss Faraday, and will be conveyed to the goddess of justice. Okay, the bitch has amnesia. Why is that not being accounted for? The world should I do? When I was little, all I wanted to do was be like my father. To become an attorney and fight for those who can't fight for themselves. But now, my fate is tied to that of this one tiny badge. One tiny badge against the life of a dear acquaintance. Am I kidding? There's nothing to weigh up here. I guess this is it. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hold it!
Judge Gavale, a moment, please. Yes? What is it? I just imagine she's annoyed by now. Oh, your badge? What is the meaning of this? I am returning it. From this day forth, I am a prosecutor no longer. Mr. Edgeworth? What are you doing? Miles Edgeworth, explain yourself right now. You're giving it all up, just like that? You can't mean it, sir. Tell me you're kidding, please. You're not a prosecutor anymore. Then what does that make me? My boyfriend. I have one duty, and one duty alone, to pursue the truth. If being a prosecutor means to turn a blind eye to the very truth before me, then I will gladly shed the title to be free. I'll carve my own path, one I believe in. I won't let my search for the truth end here. Are you running away from the Von Karma... From me? Say what you will, Franziska. You won't change my mind. So you're leaving me behind? Again? I'll never forgive this. I'll never forgive you for this. Never. No, this is all my fault. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for me. Wait, Kay, don't go. You stay right where you are, detective. But sir, I'm not a prosecutor anymore. Don't say that. Where you go, I go, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm always there, right by your side. There's no need for you to do that now, detective. Simply focus on your job and do what you can. Well, now, this is no good, is it? We've let a dangerous criminal run free. I try and try, yet it's never enough. There's no need to worry, sir. We'll set up a cordon. She won't get far. She better not. I'll be very disappointed in you if she does. She didn't want to do that, did she? Well, if you didn't want to do that, bitch, then quit fucking threatening me. Effer. So anyway, Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth. No longer a prosecutor, it seems. Interesting, because there's still a case and a half left. We'll see how this one turns out. Anyway, Turnabout Forsaken Part 1. I'm gonna take a break because I'm hungry. I'm gonna come back and play more. We're gonna finish this today. And I'm most likely gonna finish the last case tomorrow. Get this done with, and then I can finally start another game. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I will see you all later.